Hello friends, this is Adam with Movie Guy 365, and today I'm going to review the 4K Steelbook edition of Gattaca. If you're new to the channel, please hit the like button, subscribe, hit that bell notification. You can also find me over Twitter, Instagram, and Letterboxd at Movie Guy 365. Okay, Gattaca, released by Sony Pictures, is here on 4K Blu-ray. It is available as a Steelbook. No slipcover edition does exist as of yet. It is not exclusive to Best Buy, so you can pick this up at places like Amazon. Now, as far as the movie itself goes, I never saw this one theatrically. This one I picked up for the first time as a blind buy on DVD. I believe it was a Super Bit title, so that goes back a ways. And, you know, I remember being very impressed by it. But it's also a movie that I feel, when you get a little bit more mature, it actually resonates a bit better with you. I think when I'm watching it now for the first time in several years, I appreciated it a lot more, and I understood all the social commentary there. It is a sci-fi film, but it's very light on the sci-fi. It just takes place in the future, and there's some future tech here and there. Well, future tech here and there. But the stories are very much timeless, and there's a lot of themes going on. And it's beautifully shot. The cinematographer did a wonderful job at making the world exist in this particular form. And I do enjoy the movie quite a bit. It's not something I go back to quite often. It is one of those I would revisit, you know, maybe every 5 or 10 years. But the cast is spectacular. Ethan Hawke, Jude Law, Uma Thurman, Gore Vidal. Really good overall cast. And it's just one of those movies that you should at least see once, in my opinion. So definitely check out Gattaca at some point in your future. Okay, we're going to talk about the picture quality and audio in just a moment, but first let's do a quick unboxing of the Steelbook. Okay, we have the Steelbook edition of Gattaca on 4K. As of right now, only the Steelbook is available, so there's no word of a slipcover will appear at some point down the line. But I actually like the design of it. It's got a nice little shine to it. Very cool looking art. And then we have Uma on the back, and then the spine. And then nothing special on the artwork. There's nothing like, you know, on the case itself, but there's a little artwork on the disc, which is nice. So yeah, overall, very nice presentation. So now let's talk about the picture quality and the audio. Gattaca on 4K has a 240 aspect ratio, native 4K resolution with HDR10 for the grading. Now this movie was shot on film, of course, so there's going to be a layer of grain. I felt it was very organic. It looked good. I didn't feel like it was very heavy, even during the darker scenes where that can sometimes happen. It's enjoyable. If you enjoy a good amount of film grain, I don't think you're going to have any complaints here. One of the things I enjoy about the overall look of the film is the various uses of lighting. And HDR10 really brings out a lot of those colorful elements. Lighting, you know, in the form of tunnel, it's very vibrant green, and there's also blues that are very prevalent, and just the lighting of, let's say, instruments also come to life here with HDR10. The color is very vivid, but in a more natural way. It's not going to be outlandish. It actually looks like it belongs in this world, and the overall palette is very strong in this particular presentation. Black level shadow detail look very good throughout the movie. I didn't detect any macro blocking or anything like that. There's a lot of dark interior scenes, and they're rendered very well. Detail is also nicely enhanced here on this 4K presentation. I would say clothing, really, skin textures all look good. The aesthetic of the office that Ethan Hawke's Jerome works in, and just the overall various locations are nicely rendered. Gattaca on 4K Blu-ray supports a Dolby Atmos audio presentation, and this is a very good mix. This isn't an action-heavy oriented kind of movie, but the Atmos has several key scenes where it makes great use of the speaker placements, and I feel overall it's a very strong track. Center channel comes through clean and clear with dialogue, no issues to report. The front channels, they handle a lot of the action on screen. One scene in particular when Jerome is crossing a very busy highway, those cars are zooming left or right, and a lot of moments throughout the movie also sound good. The mid-level and rear speakers have plenty to do. This is a very atmospheric heavy kind of movie. Crowd chattering in a restaurant or the office with a PA system. Music, it comes through very cleanly. The height speakers are used, I would say, sparingly but effectively. There's several moments where rockets are taking off from where Ethan Hawke's Jerome works, and it has a good overhead feel to it, and there's a few other instances throughout the movie where it makes great use of those speakers. The LFE is also used effectively in this 4K disc. It has a good energy to it. The opening shots in particular have a nice little rumble to them. And once again, there's not a whole lot of heavy action moments, but when it kicks on, it's appropriate to what's happening on screen. You're definitely not going to be missing it. It makes itself known throughout the film. For the picture quality, I'm going to give Gattaca on 4K Blu-ray a solid A. This is a great visual presentation. The HDR has a great time with the color palette, and all those black levels and details come out very nicely. It's a good looking film, and for the age that it is, it shines really well on a 4K disc. For the audio presentation, I'm going to give this one an A as well. This is a very solid offering from Sony. The Atmos is, while not overly aggressive, it's appropriate for the type of movie that it is. It utilizes all the speakers very well, and it's all about the atmosphere. That music, when it comes through, sounds great, and all the action on screen handles up front nicely. You are going to be very impressed with this Atmos. So that is my review of Gattaca on 4K Blu-ray. If you're interested in picking this up for yourself, I will go ahead and leave an Amazon link in the comments section of this video. But if you've seen it already on 4K, I want to hear your thoughts down below. In the meantime, please like, subscribe, hit that bell notification. So until next time, this is Adam with Movie Guy 365. I will see you at the movies.